And we are live from the WPH one-wall courts for a round of 8 match. The Echelon Fireball Handball Classic outside alongside Dave Fink. My name is Dave Vincent. It's Luis Moreno versus Tyree Bastidas. Tyree got past Owen Kennedy by the score of 25-12. And Dave Chapman lost to Luis Moreno 25-18. This one, though, is going to be 2 games to 21, tiebreaker to 11, Dave.
That's right. Luis built a 19-3 lead there against Dave. Struggled to return the serve. Once Dave was able to get in there, Dave rallied to 18-20 deficit, and Luis ran it out.
1-0. The score is 1-0.
Come on, Joe, you can't miss this.
A lot of the one-wallers here, Dave, talking about these courts are extremely slick. They call the ball skipping. To us, skipping means it hits the floor first, but to them it means the ball doesn't really come up on the serve. The low serves are nearly unreturnable. We've seen that thus far here, Dave. Sean Lenning just losing 11-10 there to Willie Polanco, one of the great servers I've ever seen out here.
Oh, look at that hop that Tyree just put on that ball. The reason why is that we're out in the desert, and it's a real light sand that got on these courts. They're actually pretty good courts, except for the wind blew some sand on here, so we have to go out and clean them off. Tomorrow's matches will be different, Dave, because we're going to come out here with a pressure washer and put some stickum on the floor, on the surface, the ground surface, to make it a little bit better.
I think Dave Chapman volunteered to help you with that pressure washer,
Huh.
so that'll be good.
Physical labor and Dave Chapman, I don't think that's ever even happened before.
Luis really struggles with the return of serve. Not to say that everyone doesn't out here, but had a real hard time returning the serve with his left hand against Dave in his round of 16 match. No one can touch that ball. We actually brought our radar gun out here, Dave. We weren't able to use it inside there, but that serve was clocked at 92 miles per hour. Hit just about 3 inches high off the front wall. That looked like 2 bounces. Luis called it.
You're watching the live webcast outside at the Freddie B. one-wall courts at Khalsa Montessori School, owned by the WPH. The court's named after Fred Banfield from Mintech. The Echelon Fireball Handball Classic one-wall quarterfinals.
Tyree serving here, Dave. He's the youngest player in this tournament, also seeded #1. That's on the heels of his win at the most recent HES one-wall pro stop. He beat Caesar and Satish there to win that championship.
It's a good serve right there.
You think? Luis Moreno about 10 feet from that ball. Tremendous angle. This is our 3rd quarterfinal match here today, Dave.
6-3.
Willie Polanco has advanced to the semifinals tomorrow. So has fellow New Yorker Robert Sastry.
Referee is Saul Dizzle, who had a very good showing here, beating Pee Wee Castro in the round of 16. And almost took down Robert Sastry in that tiebreaker. We almost got to see Saul Gonzalez in that semifinals match, Dave.
Come on, so you gotta hit the ball hard.
Saul's been steadily improving here. Had a nice showing there at the World Championships. Lost to Tyree there in the round of 8.
5-6. Second serve.
Luis, Dave, has an incredible serve. Luis's motion so sound that he can fire that ball down the right or left the last second. Can't read it.
Come on, let's skip it to your hand. 8 serve 6.
Score is 8-6. Look at that get from Tyree.
Outside.
Oh, God, it's slip and slide. What is it?
Tyree's slipping already here, Dave. I saw you out there, Dave, pushing that dust off the court. I guess you didn't get all of it.
6 serving 8.
Heard this score is 6-8.
That's one of those opportunities there, Dave, that Luis had a good look at that serve. You don't get too many of those out here. Most of the serves are
Serving 8.
impossible to get your hands on, but Luis had a good look at that ball. He punched it over the wall.
Hook. Second serve.
It's almost like you're facing Randy Johnson out here, Dave. You only get a couple of looks at his pitches. You may get 1 or 2 pitches in a game to swing at. You better take advantage of it when you do.
8 serving 8.
I agree with you on that. Came out earlier onto these courts and played one wall against Emmett Pichotte, and you only have maybe one opportunity every 5 minutes, and you better capitalize on it.
The serve is so important. When you get in there, you have to be relaxed.
Come on, don't slip everywhere, man. Stupid is this game.
8 serving 8.
Tyree, Dave, I would have to say, is a huge favorite here in this match. Luis doesn't play much one-wall. Tyree
9
is
serving 8.
one of the top one-wall players in the world. He plays nearly every day there in New York City. Lives right by the courts.
10 serves 8.
Luis, though, has a nice lead here, 10-8. He's got a great serve going.
Time out.
Time out.
You see a timeout call right there.
A lot of people would say that's a good call after Luis has scored 5 points in a row. Our study has shown us that it's actually meaningless to call that timeout. Dave, I know you've studied the statistics on that here in the last couple of days.
I'd actually like for you to explain it a little bit more, because it's a study that you're in the middle of. You're watching the WPH Echelon Fireball Handball Classic at the one-wall courts, the Freddie B one-wall courts, constructed by the WPH here in Tucson, Arizona.
11 serving 8.
Let's see what happens.
Well, some scientists are out there studying fossils and the laws of gravity and whatnot. I study how effective timeouts are after a 5 or 6 point run. They've proven to be completely ineffective.
Close to about 80% of the time when the person calls a timeout, it comes back in, he or she, and there is a point scored or a side out,
Second serve.
but not in their favor.
Generally, the person calling the timeout is receiving the serve because they've just lost a couple of points in a row. So they come in and they continue to receive the serve after the timeout.
Genuinely, yes.
8 serving 13.
8 serves 13.
Big mistake there, Dave, by Luis. A double fault gets Tyree back in the box. A double fault is worth 5 to 10 points out here in a game like this when you just hand the serve to your opponent. We saw Sean double fault a couple of times in his previous match. Ended up losing that match 11-10. He did not double fault there in the tiebreaker. Did miss a shot, though, at 10-9 from point-blank range.
Boy, look at that power with the left hand from Tyree right there, just busting that ball down the right side.
I was talking to Fred Lewis about that exact shot, Dave. Not Freddie B, but Fred L. He said Tyree gets turned so perfectly that once he's turned, it's pretty much automatic. Now, if you remember, Dave, Luis double faulted, leading 13-8. He'd served 10 consecutive points. Now finds himself on the wrong end of a 4-point run here from Tyree.
You're watching the men's quarterfinal match, the WPH Echelon Fireball Handball Championship, alongside Dave Fink. My name is Dave Vincent. Tyree Bastidas, who got here by defeating Owen Kennedy. And Dave Chapman lost to Luis Moreno. Now it's Tyree versus Moreno. First game. 2 games in 21, tiebreaker to 11.
Nice return there from Luis.
Outside.
Thought the ball was out.
Appeal. That's right online. I didn't see it.
For those of you watching at home, there's actually 3 line judges and a referee, so that's 4 judges in total. The appeal process is a very secretive operation. Linesmen look like NFL coaches when the referee covers his mouth with the scorecard just to make sure you can't read any lips.
13 serves 11.
13 serves 11. Oh, that ball's in.
That ball looked out. Actually, we have a bad angle at that ball here, Dave, on the weak side of that. Every ball will always look in on that line.
11 serving 13.
That's 2 double faults in a row there for Luis. I'm going to go out and say, Dave, that he will not be able to recover from that here.
Out. No way, touchline appeal. Right on the line.
I'd like to get our cameras on the appeal process. Not sure why he would appeal to that line judge over there. He has a...
He's asking them all, Dave.
Linesman
But I just don't think the linesman over on the far line has a good look at this line here.
All the linesmen said that they thought it was out, actually. So did the ref. Side out.
It's got to spin out. It's got to spin on everything.
It's a good leave there from Luis because that's a real tough ball to play with his left hand from about 30 feet.
Score is 14 to 11. Oh, I like that serve right there.
It's going to skip. It's not a good serve. It's a skip.
Apparently, Tyree can hear what I'm
15
saying.
11.
I thought I was quiet. Apparently, I'm not.
Jesus. Right.
Luis Moreno really has his serve going here, Dave. This is like a Pete Sampras at Wimbledon. You just really can't do anything with the serve. In tennis, though, Dave, you have to get a chance to serve when you, after each game. Not so in handball.
That's nice push down. Right on me.
17 11.
17 serves 11.
Luis playing extremely well here, Dave. Looks really comfortable out there right now.
I know, it's pretty
Much more comfortable than he looked just about a half an hour ago. He goes for a tough shot there.
Out. Yes. Come on, sorry. Skip the ball. Skip it. Come on. Silly game.
This is one of the longest rallies we've seen out here, Dave. 21 shots. Tyree will go for this ace cross court. Didn't get the ace, but he got the service winner. There's just so much to look for, Dave, when you're a returner of serve. There's really 4 places that a server can hit an ace. Short down the right, short down the left, or deep right or left.
Or as Sean Lenning did, that 5th one, serve it down the middle and reverse it.
It's true.
There's Luis Moreno with a Paul Angel return. Thought I'd get a little something out of that from the gallery, but I didn't.
Not so sure people know what you're talking about.
That's out.
Long ball.
Watching the WPH Echelon Fireball Handball Classic. One-wall quarterfinal men's action between Tyree Bastidas and Luis Moreno. Second serve here.
Get ready for that.
You almost have no choice, Dave, on a return like that, except to go for the shot that Luis went for.
That ball is out.
Hey. Whoa. What was that?
I
thought out. Ah! Stupid red ball. Good ball.
I think Tyree might have run out of appeals here, Dave. You only get 3 incorrect challenges. I think you use them up in 3 points.
Nice skip.
Well, you could have said nice shot.
18 14.
Out. You. Hold on now.
Really feels like Luis has outplayed Tyree here in this first game, Dave, but trailing just 14-18, he could easily run this out.
Gosh, that's a good serve right there.
You didn't get that. Come on. Hold the tip down. Get out of here. I got that shit.
You don't see Luis Moreno react that way, ever.
Now
And
Luis
we just saw it. Luis does not like having his integrity challenged, clearly. I didn't even think it was in question.
Yeah,
Luis
but-
clearly got to that ball. I don't see I'm not even sure what ball Tyree was referring to.
19-14.
I don't think you want to upset Luis Moreno.
Good ball, right? Yeah, that's good ball. Thank you. Thank God. Feel that? I saw it outside. Thank you. Yes. No one can see the left line. It's beautiful. Don't even feel left line. Don't even feel left line.
14, serving 19.
You heard the score, 14-19.
That's a safe serve there, but it gets him a setup, Dave. That's sort of
Luis-
an overhand three-quarter tomahawk flat kill with a fist.
15-19.
15-19. That ball was actually out.
Luis just 1 inch from getting to 20 there on that serve down the left that just barely missed the line. That would have given him 20-14. Instead, it's a side out because you can't serve the ball outside the sidelines. Tyree comes in now,
19.
and now it's 16-19. You'd have to think Tyrese has the advantage here. Trailing, but now trails 17-19.
17-19.
Score is 17-19. That's a good serve right there. Coming our way into the booth.
You see Tyree actually put a reverse on that ball. Luis wasn't expecting it.
18 serves 19.
18-19 now. Tyree looking really good at this moment.
That serve could not have been more than 3 inches high off the front wall, Dave. And that ball actually rose off the front wall. Defied gravity.
19 serves 19.
Now we're all even at 19 here.
Come on, gotta get that start.
Luis did not take a timeout when he had the opportunity.
You know, Dave, you never know what kind of games you're going to get out here. They could be 21-20, or evenly matched players could end up playing to 21-5 just because of this serve.
There it is.
Damn it!
Tyree wins the first game 21
You missed that.
to 19, closing out the first game for Tyree Bastidas. It's a quarterfinal match between him and Luis Moreno. Earlier today, it was Willie Polanco defeating Sean Lenning in an 11-10 tiebreaker, and Robert Sastry over Saul Gonzalez to go into the semifinal. Emmett Peixote versus Billy O'Donnell coming up after this one to find the lower bracket semifinalist. The winner of that one will play Robert Sastry, and the winner of this one will play Willie Polanco. We're going to take a quick break, about 4-minute timeout. We'll be back in just a bit. For Dave Fink, my name is Dave Vincent. You stick with us here.
Right, game 2. Ready? 0 serving 0.
Just missed the line.
Tyree went for that was a fun shot to watch. Just missed it by about an inch. An inch is everything in this game, though, Dave. You know, you can say, Dave, that you know every game is a game of inches, but more so in this because if you miss that sideline, the point's over. You know, we play four-wall. If you miss that straight drive down the side wall, you catch the side wall, the point's still going.
That's true.
Here, the point's over, and that can be the difference between, like we talked about, a 10 or 12-point run when the server gets in there. The play got a little bit contentious there, Dave, at the end of that first game. You don't see that much with Luis, but I think the outdoors brings a different element.
Oh, I like that little shot right there from Luis Moreno. The crowd likes it too. Yeah, I believe you're right about that. There's a certain
there's more.
novelty to the coming outdoors, and it kind of seems to loosen up just a little bit when it comes to the players, their interaction.
Well, I think there's something about playing on the cement. There's just the
0-0.
passion is notched it up a little bit. That wasn't a word.
That ball coming right to you, right into the booth here. You're watching game number 2, the WPH Echelon Fireball Handball Classic.
This is actually, Dave, our first ever live one-wall webcast. We haven't really hit our stride yet, I think you'd have to agree.
No, I think we're doing our very best that we've ever done right now.
I don't agree with that. It is only the quarterfinals, though.
You're right. We do get better as the games get better.
Any great player will tell you that they want to peak for the finals. We've left a lot of room for improvement, actually.
First game went to Tyree Bastidas. He wins, Dave, by the score of 21-19, and that could have easily have gone to Luis Moreno. But Tyree came back and showed us why he's the #1 seed.
For those of you watching in the comfort of your home, it's pretty comfortable out here, Dave. Tucson, Arizona, about 80 degrees, just a little bit of a breeze, perfectly blue skies.
2 serves. 3-0.
You see those screen calls on Luis, right? See how Luis just leans a little bit out of the way? If he would stop doing that, either he's going to get hit or it won't be called a screen.
That's Luis's 3rd double fault here tonight. I do believe, Dave, that those 2 double faults he committed in the first game would cost him that first game. He was well on his way to taking control of that game. Actually double faulted at 13-8. Right in the middle of a big run. That's a great
I like that shot right there. That's with the left hand. Beautiful.
He has so much leverage from there, Dave.
1 serving 3.
1 serve 3.
For those of you listening at home, Tyree complains about slipping on every court, so this is nothing new.
Playing conditions are equal for both players.
4-1.
Tyree is slipping more than all the other players out here. You very rarely see Luis Moreno slip, but could be the soles of his shoes, could be the bottom of his shoes, Dave. I hate to be the first to say it, but
well, you just were. Not sure that there's any shoes here, Dave, that would prevent slipping on this court. This court is pretty slick. You can actually look at it. It's almost shiny.
Actually, the slickness comes from that light dust from the wind came up here.
I'm actually don't agree with that. I think that
I do.
The type of cement here is very, very shiny. It doesn't have any grit to it. I think the New Yorkers are more used to a court that has a little bit more.
Nice shot, nice dig.
To it. Nice hop on that ball from Tyree. Tyree generates a lot of spin on the ball with his left hand. He's got a real quick wrist with that left wrist. Tyree's saying he doesn't want a new ball, so he's going to try and scale that fence, I think. Okay.
No, there's a doorway that goes right out that fence there. You're watching the WPH Echelon Fireball One-Wall Handball Classic. This is the men's round of 8. Earlier it was Dave Chapman losing to Luis Moreno and Tyree Bastidas defeating Owen Kennedy by the score of 25-12. Winner of this one will play Willie Polanco. He defeated Sean Lenning. Second game, Willie lost 21-3. Sean Lenning had a nice lead in that tiebreaker, but Willie came on to defeat Sean Lenning 11-10. And now he's playing the winner of this one, Robert Sostry over Saul Dizzle. And now he's going to face the winner of Emmett Peixote and Billy O'Donnell. That match will be live right here on the webcast. If you have friends and family that would like to watch that one, certainly turn them on to the live webcast for us.
This is an extended break here. Tyree's adamant that he wants to continue playing with that same ball. Not really sure why, Dave. I mean, when you hit a foul ball in baseball, they don't go into the crowd and make you throw it back. I mean, we have a number of balls here. They all play the same.
You can slightly hear that wind coming through our microphones here. Have a beautiful view of the mountains off to our right-hand side.
This timeout here brought to you by Freddie B in Mintech.
Fred Banfield, this is his courts. They were built in his honor. Fred Banfield was here at one point. I don't see him now, but he is certainly one of the big sponsors of this event.
Score 3, serving 4.
3 serves 4.
We see Jay Gall's baby over there, a little bit too close to the court for my comfort. I'm a little worried about that.
4 serves 5.
4 serves 5. I do like what Tyree has done, though. He went over to that left side, serving from that
5 serving 5.
that spot on the court. And according to his rationale, it's because he didn't like the line judge over on that left side calling those out balls. So he just decided to come over here.
Talking to Tyree a little bit before the match, he told me he likes to change the speed of the serve, give his opponent a different look, throw off their timing a little bit. Tyree really in a nice groove here now. And this isn't just all serving. Tyree's really capitalizing here on the first shot after the serve. Looks really comfortable up there in the front court, Dave. Most of these matches have been decided by the serve. Right now, Tyree putting that serve and hopping it into Luis and then taking care of the next shot.
That has to be frustrating right there.
8-5.
Score is 8-5.
That's a nice return there by Luis. I like that open hand stiff arm return. We're seeing Luis use a lot of fish shots here, Dave. Hasn't controlled them all that well. It's cost him a number of points here.
9-5, second game.
There's that open hand paddle shot, and Tyree uses that overhand tomahawk there with his right. They call it the right corner in one wall.
10-5.
So I guess that's what we're calling it.
10-5. 7 unanswered points now from Tyree. Luis looks really
Look at
flat.
that shot right there. Tremendous shot. Not sure there's many that can hit that shot right there, Dave.
11
With his
serving
offhand nonetheless.
11-5.
Score.
Tyree's already established himself, Dave, as one of the top 3 one-wall players in the world at just 18 years old. They call him Boy Wonder.
I like that shot right there.
Luis picks that ball up. Should have gone down with that ball.
Tyree can take a shot from anywhere on the court, from any position with his hands, get it back to the middle of that front wall.
He's got tremendous control. He's got a deep understanding of this game also, Dave. If you spend any time talking to him, it's very easy to determine.
You're watching the WPH Echelon Fireball One-Wall Handball Classic, round of 8. Tyree Bastidas serving to Luis Moreno. Tyree from Brooklyn, New York. Luis from right here, Tucson, Arizona.
Serving 4.
12 serves 4. That was a nice run right there for Tyree, Dave.
Unfortunately for him, it ended with that sort of a lazy, casual miss. Had plenty of time to back up and take a smooth swing at that ball. You see, Dave, just one slight lapse in concentration can cost you really the game out here. Very hard to recover once you're back there returning serve. Luis gives him a big break right there. That was a pretty simple shot. Luis unable to keep that ball in the court.
Just pulled it a little wide. This is game number 2. The first game went to Tyree Bastidas, 21-19, after Luis Moreno was in control. Had a couple long serves. Actually had a screen and a long, and broke his momentum. Tyree came back, scored a couple to win that first one. Tyree up big this one. Because of serves like that, Dave.
I think we'll see a different type of match, Dave, in our last quarterfinal match of the day between the Bus and Emmett. A lot more rallies. This is very much a server's game.
We thought that ball was out.
It looked like it was going out. We have a bad view of that line from here. Tyree sort of mishit that ball.
14, serving 6.
Tyree giving you a little look there, Dave.
It wasn't a friendly one.
Sure.
Well, Tyree's not friendly right now.
Second serve.
Huh.
He's in battle. It's not time to make friends.
Let out.
Smart shot there from Luis.
6-14.
6 serves 14. Wow. He's kind of wonder what happened with that shot right there.
Looked like a shank with a 9-iron. Completely off the side of his hand on a serve.
14 serves 9 here. This is the second game.
That's his 4th double fault right there. Or serve side out, however you want to call it.
14-6.
Tyree's in a commanding spot here, leading 14-6 and now 15.
15-6.
15-6. Tyree's going to do some kind of wrinkle here. There it is. That was a reverse.
You can see, by the way,
Outside.
you can see, Dave, by the way, Tyree turns his wrist, what kind of serve he's going to hit. He's almost like a pitcher that tips his pitches.
Did you see that, Dave? Did you see that ball in? Because it looked to me like it was right there.
I'm telling you, we have a real bad angle on this line. Unless you're right on top of the line.
I don't know. To me, that looked like the ball was in by an inch.
Second serve.
Okay.
Bad angle or not. Luis flinched right there. No screen called from the ref.
For those of you watching at home, it's not a screen if you stand completely still, even if it goes right behind you.
If you move to get out of the way of the ball, it is a screen. And they've been calling it pretty regular, but that one wasn't.
That also applies, Dave, to the block call in one wall. If you stand completely still,
8 serves 15.
as long as you don't move your position at all, it's not a hinder.
9-15.
9 serves 15.
Screen.
Ah,
No. Sick man, you are. That's a sick thing to take over.
Tyree did not want that screen call. Sal saw Luis just give a little hitch there as the ball was going by him. Made a quick call.
Serve.
Tyree didn't like it. This is the second game.
Looked like Luis moved there.
No call from the referee. Tyree's not going to like this.
Like, he wanted to win or some shit? Like, he's moving his whole leg. Really?
I think Tyree has a point there, Dave.
Wow, what is Luis doing there? He actually had that left side of the court, and I thought he was going to go down with it, maybe put a little natural hook out.
The fist wasn't the right shot because it would have straightened out anyway down the left.
Well, all he had to do is hit it down the middle because Tyree slipped and fell, so of course he didn't know that.
That's a nice return.
I like that shot from Tyree. Luis, though, digs it out.
That was a great rally there. It was only 4 shots, but all 4 well played.
What's the call? Very silent here.
Screen ball then. Like, we're right by you. Come on.
So good?
Screen ball.
I didn't call. I can't call out of nowhere. 11 serves 15.
11 serves 15. Tyree was not ready for that serve either. Looks like Tyree's playing on clay out here. Like we're watching a clay tennis match.
12-15.
12-15.
Great return there from Tyree.
Why do you think, Dave, that Tyree is slipping all over the court and Luis isn't?
It looks like the way Tyree moves his feet and tries to stop. He looks like he's trying to slide into balls. I also know Tyree is wearing some sort of skateboarder shoes, and they definitely don't have the kind of grip that a court shoe like Luis is wearing. But I also think a lot of it has to do with just the way he's trying to move. It looks like he's trying to slide into balls like he's on clay.
Out.
Outside.
How the fuck did he go out? He didn't even cut the damn thing. How stupid this ball is.
Tyree doesn't like the ball. He doesn't like the courts. Doesn't like the sun.
12 serving 15.
Doesn't like Barack Obama. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Tyree with a pretty crafty return there, Dave. Hit that with a side spin.
15-12.
Tyree has
A
15.
nice comeback there.
Score is 15-14. Is that right, Dave?
15-12.
15-12, sorry. That was a nice shot right there from Luis.
You can't move, but he can reach.
Luis is sticking into these games here. 12-15. This is the second one. We should put that away, but he doesn't. Oof.
Spike, you got him killed, you got him everything. You slipped. Good job.
That was the, what did Tyree say on that? It was a slip? The ball slipped?
13-15.
He slipped, the ball skid,
And the court was bad.
and Luis was lucky. That all happened
nice
in just
get.
one shot.
That's a trifecta. It's a hat trick.
Not a good shot there from Tyree. Luis comes in.
Luis actually earned that point there. That was a nice shot from Luis.
Horrible, Trey, horrible. I said it, Trey.
14-15.
14 serves 15. Luis cool as the other side of the pillow here. You don't see any emotion from Luis Moreno.
Come on! He's moving as he's hitting. Man, where's the right now?
15 serves 15.
15 serves 15.
That's a nice return there from Tyree. That's
Too
way
much,
out.
Trey. He's backing up into your swing. Too much. Nice. Real nice.
Tyree right now seeing things that really aren't happening. Dave, I don't know if he's hallucinating or I'm not really sure.
Luis was about 15 feet in front of Tyree on that shot. And there's another point for Luis.
It's all clogged hands. And he's hitting it hard. Oh, nice.
Tyree.
Actually, he's making fun of us now, which is good. Actually, that was a terrible serve from Luis. Thought I'd just do a little reverse psychology there, Dave.
Didn't know where you're going with that.
Thought I'd make Tyree feel better.
Hold on, hold on.
I'm sorry, that was really good.
Thank you.
17-15.
Only one person got it. I wish we could.
Screen. Now it's the screen, right?
Now Tyree's punching himself in the head. I really can't relate to that kind of...
High pot, meet kettle black.
17-15.
Black, this is pot kettle.
Second serve.
Oh,
Nice power. Nice power.
that was actually a pretty good shot from Luis right there. That's very hard to do with that overhand fist.
18-15.
18 serves 15.
Tyree respects the most is that power, and Luis showed him some right
Ooh.
there.
Even from there, it's going to skip.
Tyree complaining about the skip, but he was about 15 feet away from that ball, Dave.
Oh, God, I can't even get started.
This is a tremendous comeback here, Dave, from Luis. Looked like this game was pretty much over and the match, and now
There it is. And Luis Moreno forces a tiebreaker here, winning 21-15 after losing the first one 21-19 here at the Freddie Banfield one-wall courts. Brought to you by the WPH and Carlson Montessori School, alongside Dave Fink and Jeff Caster. My name is Dave Vincent. We're going to take a quick timeout. It's the men's quarterfinal match here at the Echelon WPH Fireball Handball Classic for the one-wall men. We'll be back in just a few. You stay close.
Greatest player ever, all he does is hit the ceiling and hit the grid.
All right, tiebreaker, game 11. 0. Hold on. Ready? 0 serving 0.
And we are back. Tiebreaker, men's quarterfinals.
Great start there from Luis. Didn't hit his best serve, but he took advantage of that fly kill opportunity.
1 serving 0.
1 serve 0. That's a nice serve right there.
It's very conceivable, Dave, that the server could run out 11 consecutive points at any time.
2 serving 0.
I wouldn't say any lead would be safe
Green.
in a game like this, Dave.
The wind started picking up here.
2 serving 0.
2 serve 0.
It's about a club and a half wind out here.
Come on, don't slip on it right there. Had a slip even in the volley, man.
3 serve 0.
3 serve 0.
Short ball.
That's a good call.
Tyree in
Second serve.
big trouble here. He's been outscored 24-1 here in the last 25 points, Dave.
Nice shot from Tyree. Nice power, too, right down the middle.
That was one of the first bad decisions Luis has made right there. He tried to kill falling
0
back
serving 3.
from about 35 feet with Tyree standing right there.
Nice shot there from Tyree.
Don't slip, you don't slip, you spin. Come on, score.
Luis really making Tyree earn that point, Dave. Made him hit about 3 really good
1
shots.
serving 3.
1 serves 3. Oh,
Very
Luis
tough
went for
shot
it.
there, Dave. What happens there is Luis gets that left foot crossed over and very hard to hit against your body there, and you'll skip that ball almost every time like he just did.
2 serves 3.
Serves 3.
You just never know here, Dave. You know, you got Tyree looking like he's out of it now. Very firmly back into this match.
Well, just remember the first game when Tyree wanted to win that. He did.
I think he wanted to win that second game too, Dave. I could be wrong.
Ooh, nice kick right there.
Thank you.
That was a great deep shot there from Luis. Tyree just barely gets his Gets that ball back into the low left corner.
4 serving 3.
4 serves 3. We're going to 11.
Let's go!
That ball was very close from being a short ball, Dave.
No, that ball was well over the line.
5 serves
6
3.
inches.
5 serves 3.
Great shot there from Tyree. Even if Luis can get his hand on that ball, there's almost no way to get that ball back to the front wall. From that far off the court, any ball that hits the wall is going to spin so far left. You almost have to hit that ball in the far right portion of the wall. Otherwise, that ball is going to have so much angle on it, Dave. We see right now Luis seemingly in control, but really you're never in control out here, Dave.
I'm always in control. 7 serves 3.
There's a great ace.
Boy,
there
that's
from
a
Tyree.
great serve right there from Tyree Bastidas. Listen for the score here. This is tiebreaker 2-11.
8 serving 3.
You know,
8-3.
it's interesting, Dave, because both these guys are so good in the clutch. I've seen both these guys win so many matches.
Outfield.
That ball looked into me.
I thought
Luis calling that ball out, but that ball looked inside the line to me.
9 serves 3.
That was a point, 9-3.
That was an excellent serve there. You see Luis on that back line, so a deep serve. Very hard to handle when you're staying on that back line, Dave, and Tyree notices that too.
You think that Luis should take a step up?
10 serving 3.
I think he should take a step back because there's no way to handle that deep serve that comes right at his feet.
And there it is. There's the game. Tyree Bastidas now going to the semifinals. He is going to face Willie Polanco tomorrow. Tyree defeating Luis Moreno here in the tiebreaker. We're going to take a quick timeout. We have Billy O'Donnell versus Emmett Bichotte. The winner of that one will face Robert Sastry. We'll be back with the WPH Echelon Fireball Handball Classic men's one-wall quarterfinals in just a bit. You stay here at WePlayHandball.com.